Damn it, I effed up. Actually, I could do this still. Nope, I effed up. I effed up!
No.
Whatever. Do you remember how long it took me to do this last time?
Sort of.
Stupid. I messed up again.
No.
I don't know what I... Those arrow flips are annoying me. Are they? I don't think they're annoying. Reset. I think I have another way, because I think this puzzle is sort of not properly done in the explain in the thing.
Let me see.
Oh no, yeah. It was properly explained, it was just me messing it up. There you go. Yep, it was just me messing it up.
Yay, we got it.
We got it! Now we can touch the cuffing! Oh, it's a revolver. The thing that he used to almost kill us last stream.
Spoiler.
I mean, it's not really a spoiler, it was last stream.
I know, for those who didn't watch the last stream, though.
I think Clef and Patrick were here last stream. And it's only the 4 of us, I think.
There's 5 I see on.
Oh, there's Akira. But Akira has already played this game, so.
Okay.
Yeah. And now
Okay, so it's
we
not
leave.
spoiler now, at least.
Yeah. Now we leave. Well, at the very least, you don't have to listen to the flips anymore. Until tomorrow. Until Monday, not tomorrow. Not streaming tomorrow. I'm recording tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow's gonna be a recording and homework day. That's gonna be fun. So how are you doing, guys? Are you guys enjoying the game that I chose for Halloween? Clover's gone now, and everyone's crazy. Junpei and Jun ran to the large hospital room together. As quickly as they could, they searched around and under the beds in the corners. She's not here. No, she isn't. Alright, just in case, we should go take a look in the shower room. The shower room? That's where her brother is. She might have gone to see him. Junpei bit her lip. She knew, as Jun did, that there was only one thing to see in the shower room, and it wasn't pleasant. Well, we might as well check, right? Let's go! There was a screwdriver stuck between the door and the frame. Junpei and Jun slipped through the door between the hallway, and moved down the hallway, and stepped into the shower room. Between the hallway. Shut up! No luck. Yeah. I don't think she's here. Jun's voice was faint, and she placed her hands over her mouth. Her face looked a little green. The stench in the room was almost unbearable. It had grown far more unpleasant since their last visit. If Junpei had eaten lunch, he would have had difficulty retaining it. He wanted to leave the room as soon as possible, but he had to be sure, and the only way to be sure was to check the other side of the divider. Wait here. Jun offered no resistance and nodded weakly to Junpei as he headed around the divider. He stopped at the corner and turned his head. As he'd expected, Clover was nowhere to be seen. The only thing on the other side of the divider was a dead body, lying in a reddish-brown puddle of drying blood. There are many ways men can die, but this? The skull was shattered, and the head a little more than a pulpy mess of brain, bone, and viscera. The left arm was hideously twisted into a horrific alien shape, and bright white of the ulna shining through the remains of the skin and muscle. Huh? Wait. Bright white? Ulna? Bones. The pieces fell into place. Junpei remembers something Clover had told him in the lab. My brother's left arm is, it's not like a normal person's arm. The accident hurt him real bad. To save him, they had to cut off his arm. Of course! Of course! Why hadn't he realized it earlier? Clover had told Junpei that Snake's left arm was prosthetic. But then the left arm of the corpse behind the divider was clearly a real human arm, or at least it had been once. That meant the corpse. Junpei and Jun headed back towards the large hospital room. They stepped through the door and now at the shower room. Down the hallway they went, searching for Clover in every corner. They had reached the stairs when Seven appeared, breathlessly and yelling. Junpei, Jun, where are you guys? He looked pale and his face were drawn. Where were you guys, actually? Something terrible had happened. Junpei's breath caught in his throat. Did something happen? Seven drew a shaking hand across his face and gulped down a breath of air. Clover's dead. I found her in the first-class bathroom. Is it actually her, though? Is this time actually her? All sound ceased for Junpei. The world was an empty, muffled expanse. Then he began to hear his own breathing. Yep, it is actually her. Jun's mouth moved, but he heard nothing. She tried once more, and then her energy was gone. She collapsed against the wall. He could have helped her, but he hadn't, and now she was dead. So he stood there, frozen in place. Clover. Clover. Why? Why had this happened? He forced his body to move. Each step felt like another nail pounded into his heart. Finally, he was in front of her. He knelt and placed 3 fingers against Clover's neck. No pulse, no breath, but she was still warm, and her eyes were closed peacefully. It would have been easy to think she was asleep. Easy, that is, if it not were for the slowly expanding puddle of blood beneath her. He traced its source to her back, a gash just beneath her shoulder blade. Was the weapon a knife, perhaps? If it was a knife, the killer had taken it when they left. When he closed his eyes, he saw Clover smile. Her innocent smile. Wait! Snake? Her energy. He would never see her smile again. He could have done something. He could have helped her. His stomach twisted itself into a sickening knot. Junpei lifted a limp Jun from the floor and carried her from the bathroom. If Clover is smiling, it has to be Snake. Are you alright? It was a foolish question, and he knew it. Yes, I think so. Her voice was weak. The fever had gone down, but the emotional scars she'd received were not likely to recede as quickly. But why would he do that? I think it has something to do with the other experiment, with the one 9 years ago, because, like, let's see it this way. The only people that have killed or have been crazy to kill someone, like gone crazy enough to kill someone, have been Santa, who was in the experiment 9 years ago, Clover, who was in the experiment 9 years ago, but in Nevada, and now I'm thinking Snake, you know? Because he was also in the experiment 9 years ago. Like, that's my train of thought. Like, I think the reason why Seven and Lotus have reacted a little bit like that, I guess, was because they have been somehow influenced by the experiment. I mean, Seven, because he was captured in the boat with them, and Lotus being the mom of 2 of the kids in the experiment. So I think that may be part of it. Whoever, it might be Snake. I don't know. Are you sure? I'm gonna reread the. He would never see her smile. When he closed his eyes. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. He was remembering her smile. So, but it might still be Snake. We don't know where Snake is, so you don't know. Maybe Junpei has to befriend them all so that they won't kill him. Maybe that's what he has to do. Right? Right? Anyway, Junpei laid his hand on her shoulder, and they walked back to the bedroom. You should get some rest. He lowered June until she was sitting against the bed. She nodded once, and stared at the floor. There were 4 others in the room. Ace, Lotus, Santa, and Seven. They all stared at nothing, their faces drawn and tired. After a while, they drifted into the bathroom to see Clover's corpse again, themselves. Once everyone was back in the bedroom, Junpei walked slowly to the center of it and looked around as the slumped figures gathered there. Who was the first to find the body? Me. Seven spoke from behind Junpei. He turned around. Seven's hand was up. Why'd you come to this room? To look for Clover. Why else? Befriend the murderers! Yay! Power of friendship! I found her body in the bathroom. As soon as I did, I ran outside. I got to the top of the stairs, by the casino, and yelled as loud as I could. Hey guys, I found her, but it's bad. She's in the bathroom, in the first-class cabin. Come quick! Or something like that. And then I went back to the bathroom. Ace, Santa, and Lotus showed up real soon after that. But I guess you 2 hadn't heard me or something, because you didn't show. So I took off down the stairs to look for you. After that, I mean, you know the rest, right? Junpei nodded and closed his eyes. There was one more thing he needed to ask. Seven, there's one thing more thing I'm worried about. What's that? When we finished all the puzzles in this room and got the door open, you stuck one of those plates in between the door frame, the door, and the door frames, right? Why do you do that? Come on, didn't I already tell you that? I did it so that the door wouldn't lock, so we could come back to this room. Oh, you think I did it? Well, I don't know. It kind of depends on what you say, doesn't it? Seven sighed and shook his head. Follow me. There were 2 doors standing next to one another. He opened the one on the right. Behind the door was a closet. Seven stepped inside. He stood in front of one of the shelves that filled it and gestured toward the small box. The box was a small metal cube. He looked at Junpei. This is the reason. The safe. We couldn't open it when we were getting through this room. I figured there might be something pretty important in it. I couldn't stop thinking about it. Besides, I figured eventually we might figure out what the numbers are for the safe. Give me a second. Are for what the numbers are for the safe. And if we did, I didn't want to screw around with the door 5 again. So I put that plate in the exit door so we could get back in that way. I can't speak! You get it now? Junpei nodded and looked at the safe. He grabbed